Graeme, was that just one of those days at the office? Plenty of chances, game finishes 0-0. What's your overall assessment?
Yeah, well, frustration, the end product. We've got in some fantastic areas, created good chances, and we just haven't put it in the back of the net. Pleased with dominating the ball a lot better today. We got and I said like first 20 odd minutes. If we've got to finish one of them chances, which wouldn't allow them to get in the game. We allowed them to get in the game just from probably our own errors. But it comes down to, like I said, we've in our final third we've got in some great areas. We've moved the ball really well, created the opportunities, and then just haven't finished it.
Is that the biggest thing you'll take away from this game? That, looking at Scunthorpe, Mansfield, the performance was so much better, and we got the ball down well and played some really good football. Yeah,
look, they used the ball miles better. There was the timing of the runs were miles better. So you've got to have options on the ball, and that's one thing we've been talking about, is being brave enough to get on the ball, getting better areas, the timing of your runs, which first 25-30 minutes we've seen that, and then in spells of the game we've seen that, and it just comes down to the composure. Once you get in that final third, not to rush, not to just try and force crosses. If it's not on, recycle it, try and work it out again. We're not the biggest team in the world going forward, so we've got to look at how we can work over angles, and we did that at times today, and we created some good chances. We just didn't finish off.
It seemed like an electric start. Jordan Cook has the ball in the back of the net, linesman flagged straight up. Did you get a good view of that?
No, I haven't seen I haven't seen the angle again, so I'll have to. I know you said it was a bit looked close, or could have been on, which again it'll just add to the frustrations. Cookie and Tyler started really well, really bright. Unfortunately, got an injury, so we'll have to assess how that is. But yeah, look, we created the chance, we didn't put them away.
Just talking about team selection, it said there Jordan Cook, Tyler Bury started up front together. Luke Molyneux on the bench, Mark Cullen not here today, and just reasons for that.
Luke Molyneux's been ill majority of the week, so he was only back in yesterday, so it was probably harsh to start him. And Mark Cullen's, unfortunately, his wife got took with COVID in a bad way, so he had to go home last day and go help with him, his wife and the kids. So he's hopefully his wife's on the mend, and so he'll be back involved for Wednesday night. But yeah, so Cookie and Tyler. Everyone knows what they've seen of Tyler before, and we've seen that today. Unfortunately, I think Millwall are calling him back, so we've got. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll have to speak to see if there's anything chance of us further down the line to get him back, because we've seen what he could add today. And Cookie's been fantastic in training. He's been bright, he's been sharp, and he showed that in the first 15-20 minutes while he was on the pitch. So it was an opportunity for them lads, especially Cookie coming in, but unfortunately he's got injured.
Was Jordan Cook's injury a recurring one from what he's just suffered?
No, it looks like his thigh, as he went to strike the ball, he felt something in his thigh, so we'll get it assessed, and hopefully it's not as bad as it looks.
Apart from putting the ball in the back of the net, which is the obvious, the 0-0 draw against Scunthorpe, 3-2 defeat at Mansfield, another 0-0 draw here. What needs to change for this side to start, change them draws into wins?
Just belief in that final third. We're getting in the areas. We've shown that today. We've got in the areas, and it's that final part. It's not the easiest part, but it's the final part, and like I said, we're crying out. We should be winning them today. Today the Scunthorpe game, but today especially with the chances and the opportunities we got. I think one of the boys said 16 corners coming today, and we've got to, like I said, we've had some clear cut chances where we've just snatched at it, where another day you could win that game 2 or 3-0 and be happy.
0-0 obviously going into half time as well. What was your message going back out? Because I said we had that electric start, same at Oldham, just started growing confidence, and as the game went on they seemed to have a bit of belief themselves. It was
we allowed, I just felt so we allowed a few errors at the back, allowed them, we took some chances at the back which allowed them to get a foot in the goal. They started playing out, and instead of being on the front foot we dropped back a little bit too deep, so we just flipped that to try and stop that and keep us back on the front foot, and that's what it was about, us being aggressive on the front foot. And then once we get the ball, working the ball, and I wanted to get the wing backs on the ball. I thought the majority of our chances started from them and the runs and forward runs, so that was the plan. Unfortunately we didn't quite work that as quick as we could have done at times today, but it was, like I said, it was an improvement in the sense of the chances we created today.
We've now got 2 cup games, both games you could probably call us the underdogs in both, which suit us nicely at Lincoln and suit us nicely at Sheffield Wednesday. Is it a nice little change from league action, and an exciting one for the fans here?
Oh yeah, it's exciting because they're 2 cup games and they're against 2 very strong teams. So yeah, they've got, like I say, a cup game and Bolton. It was going to be a tough task, but it's for the lads. Again, you're going in underdogs. You've got nothing to lose. We'll be giving everything we can to go get the results we want.
Just finally, obviously you mentioned about lads being out with COVID, we've been hit with a few injuries as well. How big of a month is this for us, at Hartlepool United in regards to the transfer window now being open?
Yeah, it's big for all clubs. We want to bring bodies in, especially situation what we've seen today. We've lost another one. There's been a couple in circumstances. Mark Cullen starting yesterday, and then you get a call and he's being called home. So things change quick. So you need the bodies and highlight today. We want to score goals. So we need to add some strength in that.
Great. Happy New Year. Thanks very much.